How about that? An NFL game on YouTube, guys. Insane. A huge part of Games with Names is naming the game. What should we name this one? Huh? What's this game going to be called? Let us know in the comments, and we might just cover this game on an episode in 8 years. If you like watching football content on YouTube, check out our show Games with Names, where we dive into the most important historical games of all time with people that took place in the game, whether it's a celebrity fan or whether it's a person that played in the game. We like the insight, the humor, the fun, the preparation process of the people. We've covered over 120 different games, not just football. We've covered in everything. Be sure to subscribe to Games with Names on the YouTube channel. Time to check out some of the best moments so far in Games with Names history. Let's go. People always think that like you still just go out and party.
No.
Drunk never
Oh, I
drinks.
mean, I love to have a great time, no doubt about it. I mean, dude, we partied so hard back in the day, though, too. Like, remember us on that golf cart in Nantucket?
Fagawi
weekend.
We got in so much trouble though for that because
yes,
you had a surgery.
I think it was my forearm.
And was it? And then I had a foot.
Yes,
we were both getting pulled. We were in the back of we were in
the back of a golf cart, and people were filming us. And then we weighed so much, and I think the people in the front got off the golf cart. And when they got off, the golf cart, the front two wheels went up in the air, and we fell right onto the ground and like face planted. And the crazy thing about it is we had no clue that we even did that until we saw the video on Barstool 4 days later. And the caption of Barstool was, "Not really sure we want our star wide receiver and tight end acting like this in Fagawi, but we love them for it."
Yeah.
And I was like, that's why I love Barstool. They're sticking up for us.
Bro, you remember how mad Bill was?
Oh, man.
You fucking assholes.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Can you guys just stay out of the headlines?
Just
you guys are hurt.
Headlines. Yeah. You guys aren't even practicing right now. You can't even go on the field and you're acting like drunk idiots at Fagawi. Of course we are. We're young and dumb. I would not change a thing, bro. Imagine if we didn't do that now and we try to do it now, it would be hard to do it now. We did it when we could.
Yeah.
That's the best part about it. We did it when we could.
That was such a fun trip. That
Fun trip. Did you pull it up? Do you have that? It's online somewhere, dude. Let's look at it. Dang, look how young we look in all these videos.
Ty, thanks for watching The Fumble. You know your Memorial Day weekend was lit when Justin Timberlake tweets you to compliment on your dance moves. Yeah, I'm talking about Gronk. He spent the weekend with Julian Edelman partying in Nantucket. Here's a glimpse into their weekend. Edelman let us know exactly.
Oh, that's Tom's butt. I thought it was mine. Jealous of Tom.
He later took a beer and poured it all over
Look at
Gronk's
us,
head.
dude. We were
Gronk
maniacs.
didn't enjoy it.
You're pouring a
Gronk
beer on my
stumbles
head.
and stumbles over a metal barrier
I'm
and
front row of the
didn't
concert.
Gronk made Patriots fans a little nervous when he attempted to do the splits and crawl on the floor at the same time.
This was 2 months before training camp. Bill, we're training.
Edelman and
We're
Gronk
stretching.
fell over. Their entire Pat season flashed before their eyes.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, dude.
Here it is. Oh, that's what happened. Oh, that's what happened.
But no worries, they were okay enough to dance to Justin Timberlake on stage later that night, which is what
Was
prompted
there?
Justin
I don't remember him being there.
Yeah.
That's the Gronk move right there.
Yeah. Oh, dude, we used to dance our face off. I swear that made us better players, though, because we were doing so many different type of movements. Yes.
Calisthenics.
It was our cardio. We were dancing for 4 hours straight, and we burned off all the alcohol while we were dancing, too. That's why we were always ready to go when we showed up.
Why did you pick this game?
Because after Dan Marino played, or during his career, he got all of this crap that he couldn't win the big one. And he had no weapons. He had no defense. He had an older coach who had a chain of steakhouses, shoeless, right? The game had passed him by. It wasn't like, he kept, adding to his game. They caught up to him. The guy had no running back. He had nothing. He had no help, okay? And everybody was saying, like making it sound like this guy wasn't good. He's one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time who had no help. And in 1985, nobody could beat the Bears. And this guy went in with like a regular defense. Not only beat him, smoked him 38-24. Dude, they were beating like the Cowboys, who were just perennial, Tom Landry, like late in his career. They beat him like 44-0. I remember that on the cover of Sports Illustrated. And the what is it? The 46 defense, dude, was like mythical by the fourth week of the season, and no one was going to stop these guys, and they were going to win the Super Bowl, which God knows they did against my Patriots. We were up 3-0 though. Tony Franklin,
3-0.
Yep, and he went in and just straight up beat him. And I just always feel like one of the biggest curses in sports. There it is. I still remember that cover. And that was mind-blowing. That was mind-blowing that the Dallas Cowboys could get beat that bad at home. They absolutely destroyed them. But, like, one of the biggest curses in the NFL is to be a highly sought-after draft pick, right? Because you usually end up on a bad team. But then he lucked out going so late in the draft for reasons we're not going to discuss. But if you ever go to Pittsburgh, you can figure it out pretty quickly.
I don't know Pittsburgh like that, but I can put one and one together.
Yeah, he got around town.
Now, Bill, is this the greatest game of all time?
No, I figure everybody's gonna pick like you guys versus the Falcons or something like that. But like this is one of the most overlooked games of all time, and all of these fat sports writers who were never picked in gym class, they can't wait for the dip in somebody's career. And their thing with him, well, we can't win the big one and blah, blah, blah. And they ignore this game. They ignore the people around. I remember like his running backs were like Delvin Williams during his career, Tony Nathan, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, the football player. Swear to God. And he had Duper and Clayton, who were fantastic.
They were really good.
Fantastic. I don't know, but like the Dolphins had like the last two white cornerbacks in the league. They had like who was it? The Greg and Lyle and Kyle Blackwood or something like that.
The exciting whites.
Yes, there you go. Yeah, one was one was a strong safety. I don't know what the other guy was. Okay, you got all the names here. Fulton Walker, you remember the first guy to take a kickoff back in a Super Bowl.
Don't remember that.
But look at these names. Does any of these names, anybody here jump out at you like, oh my God?
Dan Marino.
Dan Marino.
Don Shula.
Look at that. Look at that team. You're telling me this team beats the 85 Bears. They do, and why?
Because the guys were at home with the champagne glasses trying to defeat the undefeated. The old Miami Dolphin guys. You know how they
Now,
did
you
that?
played this game professionally, right?
I did. I tried.
Okay, and so you just went with that ESPN take?
I tried. Honestly, this
it was 85 degrees in Miami. Chicago's a cold weather team. I'm telling you, I got to tell you.
Bill, that's hard.
Huh?
That's fucking hard.
What is hard?
Look, do you see our record in fucking Miami in December? It's like owing like $1 million. Because when you go
it was too hot out?
Dude,
Well, because you guys went to South Beach the night before.
You think we went to South Beach
Dude,
the night before with Bill Belichick? You think we went to Bill Belichick?
Hot ass. Your team, dude, every year I watch it with the Bruins and the Celtics. They come here, they go down to Anaheim, they play the Clippers and the Lakers. They always lose one. There's always one night is always the party night, and then we're going to try against the Lakers. That's basically what it is.
Yeah.
If you saw the Celtics with the big three against the no-name Clippers, it was 50-50 that they were going to lose that game badly. I used to go to it every year because I can't stand Lakers fans because I don't mind the upper deck ones, but the ones down low in the Staples Center, it's just mouth breathers. Mouth breathing morons, just a bunch of old guys with like 18-year-old chicks. It's horrible. And then you go to Miami, and it's the same thing. It's a bunch of 60-year-old guys dressed all in white linen like Hannibal Lecter when he's going to eat that guy at the end of the movie, and they're hanging out with like these 21-year-olds. And then you guys get down there, and you're like, wow, what is this? Some wide-eyed kid from Kansas, wherever the fuck you're from. You can't handle it. You can't handle it, and you go down, and what do? You lose money for guys like me. And I came here today for an apology.
I'm sorry, Bill.
The most treasured thing that I own in my life is an email exchange between Bill Belichick and I. You ever get an email from Bill Belichick? Ever in your history of
We
your
got a
career?
text message.
Okay, but never an email.
No.
I've never spoken to anybody that I've ever played with or came after me or before me that's ever received an email. Like Bill doesn't do human stuff, right? Like that's like a human thing to do. Like send an email.
Yeah.
I got an email.
What does the email say?
So I was a rep, right? And I was in Hawaii.
By the way, let me paint the picture for everyone out there. Light was a rep, a union rep, and Bill took everything out on the reps because they represented the union, and he hated like the time limits. Like, you guys figure it out. What this fucking shit? Like,
Well, and he couldn't do anything to us because he had Vrabel and myself. But I get home from Hawaii, long ass flight, Hawaii.
are
to
you in
Boston.
Hawaii, Pro Bowl?
It was the union meetings were there.
Oh,
And so when I
where our
went,
money-
I was the guy that
that's where our money
literally
goes.
got him changed. I passed a resolution saying, if I want to go to Hawaii, I'll go to Hawaii. I don't want to fly all the way to Hawaii. Like, why don't we do this in the States? We got all these, And dude, I think half the island wanted to kill me.
Yeah.
Because that was a big revenue. But anyway, neither here nor there. I get home, and this is like way before. We live in this crazy time now where like we think it's always been the way it is. I mean, back up 10 years ago, man, I wasn't checking emails from my cell phone.
still don't.
I had. Of course you don't.
Makes sense.
Yeah, but you got somebody that will.
Yeah.
Ma, where's Meatloaf?
Meatloaf. I never know what she's doing back.
What
there.
is she doing? What does she do?
I don't know.
So I get home and
Protege.
I've got whatever it is, like Microsoft, whatever, and I get on my thing and I'm checking my emails, and there's an email in my inbox, Belichick, Bill. And I'm thinking to myself, you know what I thought immediately? Thank God, finally one of my offensive linemen is busting my balls. All the stuff I've done and nobody's really come at me. And then when I read it, I was like, Copen, you son of a gun. Because he's the only one smart enough at the time that would have done this. So I spend all night, like I got home at like, let's say 10:30, and I missed the whole first week of the off-season program because I was at the meetings. I had to go. So the next day was Monday, so I'm going to be jumping in a week late. And I'm staying up till like 1:30 in the morning, and I finally find a service where I can send an email and make it look like it came from someone else. And I know this is how Copen did it. So I write one to Copen.
So you spent 6 hours trying
Forever, dude. Forever. But by the way, you know how it is, man. You find one and it says it works, and you test it and it doesn't work. You got to pay for something. I'm like, this is stupid. Anyway, found one, sent Copen an email, walk in the next morning, and I'm ready to go toe to toe. But I'm never going to admit to shit. So when I walk past Copen, immediately he's like, you sent me an email, didn't you? I'm like, did you send me an email? I'm like, what are you talking about? And he's like, you know what I'm talking about. I'm like, no, I don't know what you're talking about. Because he has to admit first what he did. And then, okay, let's talk about it. Because that was pretty good, Cope. That was pretty good. We go in, we get our workout done. He doesn't bring it up anymore. And then he comes back to me right when we get done working out, and he's like, hey, you did send me an email. I'm like, no, I didn't send you an email. He's like, well, that's great because somebody sent me an email, and it looks like something you would do. And I'm like, all right, well, if I get an email that looks like something you would do, I'll let you know, right? And now as I'm walking out, we get done running, right? And I'm walking out for the day. I can't shake it. I'm like, he's not messing around. So I see Bears, and I walk in his office, and I'm like, hey, man, because if it wasn't Copen, there's no one else smart enough. Bears must have sent it from Bill's email on behalf of someone else. And the minute I say something to Bears, he's like, oh, no, Bill sent you an email. I'm like, come on, man. Not my first rodeo, right? He literally gets up, goes into Bill's office. He's in a staff meeting, gets his computer to fire up, and shows me in his Outlook on the sent box the email to me. And it's the email. And I'm like immediately, I'm like, oh, man, damn. Like, that goes up a notch, right?
What did the email say?
I'll read it for you. It's literally my prized possession. Yeah. So I get this, and now I'm like, oh, this is legit. So I take like 4 or 5 days because you know me, I can't like not acknowledge this. I have to have some kind of a response. So I send my response, and immediately I get one back. And the essence of what he sent back was, we're never going to do this again, number one. Because in the subject heading, it was concluding remarks, right? No joke. No joke.
I gotta use that.
Concluding remarks. And to this day, and what he wrote in there, I'm telling you, this, I could lose everything, every Super Bowl ring. I could care less, man. Possessions like that mean nothing to me. This, if
Let's
I
hear
ever
the
lost
email.
this,
You got to read it. You got to read
I'm
it.
getting there, man. It takes me. I got big fat fingers. So we've never had a conversation. Bill Belichick and I never once spoken about this ever. So, and by the way, I never break this out. It's one of these things that he kind of has to be in person, right? Okay, so here we go. All right, so just so you can see this, Saturday, April 7th, 2007 at 2:34 p.m. Okay?
So this is in undefeated season.
Yeah, going into it, yeah.
Well, let's hear it.
Yeah. In the subject heading, greetings from the NEP off-season program, exclamation point. All right. Oh, okay, here we go. In quotes, this is how it starts. Not like, hey, Matt, or just wanted to touch base with you, sir. It's a chance for us all to bond and start putting the wheels in motion for the following season, left tackle Matt Light said in a recent interview. The foundation is put in place at this time of year. What you do in March, April, May, and June, what you do in that mini camp and the passing camp, it has a direct effect on the beginning of your season, and you have to come out of the gate swinging pretty hard. That's what we've been able to do around here. End of quote. Not bad. I mean, that's Kool-Aid.
It's a good quote.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah.
I got asked by a reporter in Hawaii about whatever, and I gave the typical, do your job speech, right? Hey, Matt, just read this quote from you, ... What the fuck, ? And by the way, so you see, like, when I see this, like, that's got to be coping. They're messing with me. That's not real. And Bill doesn't send emails. We have over 50 guys here working out today, and the one who isn't here does all the talking about how important the off-season is. Figures. A lot of your teammates were concerned about you and asked why you weren't here, but don't worry. We let them all know that you're in Hawaii for a week. If you want to get something productive done out there, why don't you have them move this meeting to the week before, all in caps, teams start their off-season programs, ? Very respectfully yours, Bill Belichick, head coach, New England Patriots, okay? So, like, when you got that, if you got that, that's not from Bill Belichick. All right, so we've been through this. You guys got the background. It took me days, and I did elicit a little bit of help from a family member who's far smarter than me, and I send him this. Now, and again, I will say, my wife, from day one, always told me, he's going to fire you. Like, please don't do that, Matt. Please don't leave here with that device. Don't put that on anyone's, whatever. Don't shock. Don't do what you're thinking about doing every single day, because that will get you fired. This one, I did kind of think maybe I was going to get fired. Coach B. And I thought that was awesome. That was the way to go, right? First of all, allow me to apologize for not responding earlier to your prior email. It has been my experience, limited as it may be, that a reflexive response did not serve anyone well. Thus, I felt it necessary to permit time to militate a more measured, philosophic response. As you are certainly better aware than anyone, we as human beings are not automatons. Rather, we stand as a compilation of free-willed rational beings. Given this, it becomes critical to impose a measure of collectivism for the benefit of the order. I realize that the concept of collectivism strikes a measure of aberrance in our rugged individualistic society, but it is such a collective good that allows us all to benefit. And it does not require a study of the incunabulum to realize that both coaches and players gain from a measured collective relationship with the financial bully pulpit held by the owners. Given this, and despite my commitment to the off-season programs, I felt compelled to move forward the collective good of the players through attendance at the PA meetings. In the long run, it is generally for the benefit of all. My commitment to this end is in no way a negative reflection on my dedication and commitment to optimizing my personal performance to the greatest advantage of the team. Your humble free-willed left tackle, Matt Light. Now, that said, I figure I covered all bases, right?
That's an email.
Bases, and I'm good. And I kind of got off my chest why I felt like I needed to be in attendance, right? Like, it didn't seem like that big of a deal. I had no idea that this would be the response to that gibberish. And I got to tell you, this is one of my favorite things in life. Again, April 11th, 2007, 12:45 p.m. It's like a midday email.
Midday.
Weird, huh? Concluding remarks. You're going to love this. Matt, I need some time to let this one settle, but I'll start with this. Why don't you consider dedicating yourself to having fewer mistakes and not leading the team in, once again, being the most penalized player on offense? Your numerous false start penalties, in evidence again at the Pro Bowl, and other transgressions like taunting continue to make me think that your distractions off the field affect your concentration on the field. My advice, if you have an interest in improving your performance, would be to minimize your distractions and focus on maximizing your physical development and technique in the off-season program. That 1 week really killed him. I continue to feel that you were totally out of line commenting on the importance of the program when you were not in attendance with the rest of the team. Now, this is what it gets great. Finally, Matt, there is no need to use multi-syllable words in your email that neither you nor I know. I am unimpressed. This will conclude my email exchange, and I will return to my efforts of trying to do a better job in coaching this football team. As for the PA meetings, don't worry about helping me. As I have said many times, and I remind myself, the best thing we can do for ourselves and our families is win, all in caps. Try to keep that in your mind in your quest for world peace. Sincerely, respectfully yours, Bill Belichick, head coach, New England Patriots. That's it, man. That's all I need in life.
Quiet in practice one day, I threw a pass, and for some reason, he mad at John Cobra or something. He came through, and he decked me. Knocked me back over, ass kettle, helmet flew off.
Practice.
Well, now, we practiced in full pads.
Yeah.
I found the football, and I got up. Boom. I threw it. I tried to kill him. Nobody, Chuck knows. He said, he didn't mind it, but I have the shit knocked out of me. Boy, I was pissed. He came over, and I said, let me tell you something, Mad Dog. You may lose with me, but you'll never win without me. You got that? And I walked over. I was steaming. I took my helmet off. Y'all sit on your helmets in practice? Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
I sat on my helmet, and I'm over there, and I'm mad because nobody got in a fight. Nobody fought for me. Maybe that's it.
Feelings
Maybe
hurt.
nobody gave a shit. I don't know. But I'm over by myself, and here comes Mad Dog. He comes over, and he kind of had that high pitch. What was that? Give me that saying. What was that saying? What are you talking about? You know when that saying, you threw the ball, what you said, what? What was that you said, huh? And he had his tooth missing. I said, I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, you said something about we're going to win, may lose. I said, and I got to thinking, what did I say? So he sat down. Next thing I know, it's like, hey, pull up a chair. Pull up a helmet. So we started going, okay, you knocked me down. I got pissed. I hit you with the football. You came at me. I pointed at you. And what did I say? He said something about you're going to win with me. I said, no. You may lose with me. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. You're going to lose with me. No, I'm not going to lose with you. You may lose with me. Then what? And then we sat over there. And it took us 30 minutes. And we go, but you'll never win without me. That's it. Yeah. Oh, I like that. I said, well, I like it too. That's an original.
Yeah.
And to this day, that was always, of course, he passed away, God bless him. Joe Green would say, Lon Bomber said, you may lose with me, but you'll never win without me. And it kind of became the theme of their defense. They used to use it all the time.
You know what? Is that not football right there?
Oh, so good.
You guys get in a fight.
Yeah.
And then you guys
it wasn't a
sit
fight.
there.
Hold it on that. It wasn't no fight.
Or you guys, there's something that happened.
There's a disagreement.
That same thing happened to me and Gilmore. Remember Stephon Gilmore? We just signed him. And I was pissed. They gave him $14 million. I'm over here. We just won a Super Bowl. We're on our second. We got Super Bowls. Like, they paid this guy $14 million. We've been routing him up.
Over how many years?
It was 14 a year.
What?
Yeah. When Stephon Gilmore came to the Pats, he was the highest paid corner, which he was a fucking stud and made me a lot better. But I was pissed the first day he came in. He was a Buffalo Bill. I wanted to show him first day of pads. This is how we fucking practice here. He kind of hems me up on a flag route. We get into it. I take his helmet off. I start punching him. Belichick goes, "You two, get the fuck off the field. Hit the showers."
Really?
So we have to, it's first day of pads.
You got to go shower with the guy.
So it was the first fucking period. Uncle Terry, it was the first period.
I'd have got a water hose outside. Wash my.
But just like you and your teammate, you guys were, we start walking back and we're pissed off at each other. And all of a sudden, we get into the locker room and, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It's one of those things where.
Why didn't you go back out to practice?
Because they told us to get out, which it was the best. If I would have known that, I would have done that so many more times. Get out of practice, training camp practice, first day of pads, get the fucking. I started doing that. I got smartened up. I tell the story because, everything that's going on with Randy Moss, our thoughts and prayers are with him. But I always tell the story that he used to call you fucking coach. The day you came in and we had to announce our names in front of the whole team. You remember that?
Yeah. Oh, I remember.
Can you explain that?
So I get drafted by the Patriots. It's 2009. Randy's coming off like this unbelievable time.
Years.
Yeah, he's been crushing it. And, it's a little bit before the veterans start coming around the building. But when we have OTAs, we have the mini camps and things like that, Randy's in the locker room. And I remember it came in waves. And I'm sure you felt the same way. It's like, oh, my God, that's Tom Brady. And then it's like, oh my God, that's Randy Moss. Like you're playing with these guys now, but slowly but surely it starts to feel more normal. You start to realize, these are just my buddies. We're playing football. It's all the same as it was in college or high school. But there was this weird thing. He gave me this nickname and it happened immediately. I have no idea why, because we barely spoke to each other outside of passing by each other in the hallway or outside the meeting rooms or on the football field, or on our way to the football field.
Yeah.
He'd be like, hey, what's up, coach? He called me coach. So Randy would call me coach everywhere. We'd be waiting in line. He's like, oh, yeah, coach. I know you're going to get on this pot roast because you look like pot roast, coach. Yeah, you big fat fucker. I bet you, you're going to have 2 pieces of pot roast? Yeah, I bet you. You know what? Have three. Randy with the West Virginia. And so I'm like, oh, my gosh. I'm like, maybe it's like I'm in, man. Like he gave me a nickname. Like I'm telling people from back home, like Randy Moss gave me a nickname. He really likes me.
That's what I'm telling you. It was so cool that he had a fucking nickname. He was so funny. He had a nickname.
Yeah, like immediately I was like, this is the best. And then it's standard, it's customary. Bill Belichick at one point or another in the offseason, he has all the rookies get in front of the room and say their name, who they are, whatever it was. And so I get up there, and I can't remember if it was in the meeting or immediately after, but Randy Moss pulls me aside. He goes, motherfucker, you a player? He goes, you've been a player this whole time?
I think it was in front of the whole team.
You gray-haired bitch, I thought you was a coach. He was like, you a player? Oh, hell no, Bill. Did we waste a draft pick on this motherfucker? Are you kidding me? He was like, was he going to go out there and break a hip? God damn, Bill. And I'm just like, oh my God, that was not a nickname. It was not a nickname. He thought I was a fucking coach.
He thought he was a coach.
How unbelievably embarrassing. I mean, I told everybody. I was like, yeah, Randy really likes me. It's going pretty well, gang. Yeah.
Dude, now how does Dante Scarnecchio have you and Matt Light in a meeting? And can you explain the dynamic in a quiet Logan Mankins?
Yeah.
I want to hear how it was from your rookie perspective.
So I walk into the room and Matt Light is a Pro Bowl offensive tackle. I mean, he was like Batman. Like, you'd be like, gosh, how are we going to, they got to change this light bulb. And all of a sudden he'd take something off the bat belt. They'd be like, boop, 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 boop. And he'd like unscrew the light bulb. And he'd be like, it would be funny. It would be funny if we replace it with a firecracker. This way, when they walk in and smoke detector, he always had like a prank he wanted to play. I'm just like, Matt, what the fuck? But he always had all these toys and these gadgets and these things. And he always had ideas. He's a big idea guy.
Idea guy.
Love being around people like that. So Matt's in the room. You have Logan Mankins, who's this Central Valley, California shit kicker farmer who is just roughing dudes up on the regular. Literally could grab like a 300-pound defensive tackle, upend him, stick him in a trash can, kick it over down a hill. Like it's nothing to him. He had the strongest goddamn hands.
Huge.
I've ever shaken in my entire life.
They wrapped around your wrist.
Dude, yeah. You shake his hand, you're getting an elbow massage.
Yeah.
It is ridiculous. So Logan's there. He's a Pro Bowler, Hall of Fame. He better be in the Hall of Fame one day. He's incredible. Steve Neal,
wrestler.
They found him. He was like a freestyle world champion wrestler. And then I think it was Philly's practice. Philly signed him first. He was on practice squad, got cut, signed by the Patriots or whatever. But he ends up working his way to starting offensive lineman in the league, played 10 years, 11 years, whatever it was, won 3 Super Bowls. Like incredible human being, like the nicest guy you ever met.
Loved Four Locos.
Loved him. Dude, and Did you ever go on a taco run with the Four Locos with Steve?
The little place in Pawtucket?
Yeah. Dude, I can't, dude, it was, that place actually served great tacos.
Really good tacos.
Really
It was like
good
a fucking
tacos.
mobile home.
Yeah, it was. So Steve was there in that room. Dan Copen.
Cope.
Cope.
Cope's the best.
Dan Copen, I'm never without a dip in his lip. And was just so snarky, and he had this nasally voice, and he'd be like, "Fucking Ornberger, class clown over here. We'll see if he makes it," kind of guy. But I love Dan. I learned a lot from Dan. Like Dan was the type of guy who would like bully you, and then he would teach you like the lesson you needed. It would like unlock something in your brain. You'd be like, "Holy shit, that's how you see this?" You know, whatever it is, a line call, an adjustment on a play. He was just a brilliant dude. And then I'm trying to think if
You
I
remember
missed-
Donald?
Oh, Donald.
Were you around with Donald? Where they put,
Yeah. Well, we crossed
Thomas?
Donald Thomas for like only an off season.
Because they put Matt put a real duck in his fucking locker after practice.
Oh, didn't he do this for like a year?
yes.
And he had ducks show up in different parts of his life for a year.
yes.
That
And
was,
then another weird story was
Nobody
Nate Soldier
knew where-
had a pet duck.
nobody knew where the ducks were coming
No,
from, by the way.
no.
Like he would find them in his helmet.
Yeah.
He would like be putting his helmet on. He was like, "Another duck." Like it was a problem for Donald.